It's a little
whatever
different
form
for
it has
office.
that I put it on. So I don't know if like somehow
Yeah.
there was like a space in front of it that it didn't pick up on.
Yeah.
So if it shows that I've not, I think I have logged in, but it may not recognize me yet.
Just another,
I don't
just
know.
another platform.
There's still
That's all it
an issue,
is.
just let me know.
Just another platform, and we'll get right through it, man.
I like that attitude.
Heck, yeah. Been there, yeah.
But it wouldn't let me go to the next step because it didn't accept my contact information.
Yeah, and see, I don't know what your guys' end looks like compared to like what I can see, so it'll be a.
But I
plan to
did
do
get
a
the link,
video.
I did hit the link, I did log in
Yeah.
because my login information was fine.
Good,
I got in and then I got stuck with the contact information stuff. I don't know why.
yeah. I plan to do like a step-by-step for board members and email it out.
There's a phrase in the IT world, it's called PEBCAC. Are you familiar with
I
PEBCAC?
have that.
Problem exists between chair and computer.
Oh, I like that. Maybe not.
So if an IT person is around, if they like under their breath say PEBCAC, they're making fun of you.
Oh, okay. Duly noted. I'll be like, I'm on to it.
That's how I found out about it.
Y'all rise, we'll start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may be seated. Welcome everybody here today. Take the roll call. Chief Schilling,
Present.
Dave Albritton,
Present.
Jeannie Stackhouse,
Present.
Gordon Nash, absent. Mike Clondaris, absent. Legal, we do have 3 members present, so we do have a quorum.
Do have a quorum, just any vote has to be unanimous.
Has to be unanimous today, so it'd be 3 out of the 5.
Correct.
Okay, okay. Next item is the minutes from the October 1st meeting. I'll entertain a motion to approve if there are no questions.
I make the motion to approve.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, there's a motion and a second to approve. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. And moving on to the next item. Appreciate everybody's patience. I did make it through the Board of Works meeting on Friday, but we have a new platform here. And first item here is recognition of visitors. So I want to again welcome everybody. There are oral and written reports, and it looks like the first item is Lutheran EMS report for September. Thank you.
All right, well, good evening. So you'll see as we move into September, we ended with a total of 502 calls. Just to kind of give you an idea of what that looks like, outside of Wayne Township, we did a total of 711 calls in our service line in Kosciuszko County as a total. So we've been incredibly busy. We've seen a lot of service need, a lot of very sick medical issues versus trauma, which is what we see a lot during this time of year. But the call volume itself has just been continuing to get higher and higher and higher in the community. So you'll see though, as we go through and it breaks it down times, call volume in for each station and things of that nature, all of that continues to kind of flow through. September was pretty much a PR month for us, so we actually held a car seat class where actually one of your members from the fire department took that class. And we had a total of 9, I want to say. Some technicians from even south of Indianapolis that actually came up to take our class. And we held a clinic out at the Warsaw YMCA where we gave out a total of 12 car seats and then inspected another 14. So it was a very successful day for us. Every single seat that came through that clinic had at least one error that we consider being a critical error, meaning if they were in an accident could actually cause harm, if not even death to a child. So obviously any one that we make is huge, let alone to make that much of an impact. And then I don't want to steal absolutely the thunder of Warsaw Fire, but then obviously we were involved in the Family Safety Day, which was a huge success, and thank you again, Heather, for having us there. We did give away a total of 8 car seats that day, all the way from infant all the way through booster seats. And so it was a really good opportunity, again, for us to talk to parents about the difference of these different seats and really focusing on prevention and safety throughout the month. So even though we see our call volume continuing to increase, we're still seeing that prevention and how important that is in decreasing those traumatic injuries by having those conversations. So, questions?
Thank you. Any questions from the board?
No.
Thank you for that.
Okay, thank you.
Next item is the Warsaw-Wayne Fire Territory monthly report. Chief?
Yes, so in September, we had 336 responses. Of those, 114 incidences were overlapping, bringing our total of overlapping percentage to 34%. We had 7 total fire calls or fire runs, 2 assists to other agencies. We assisted Leesburg Fire Department where we were canceled, and then also Atwood Fire Department where we were canceled. We trained for a total of 698 hours in the month of September. That was also when we hosted our Dive Rescue International classes, so a lot of our dive team members partook in those classes as well. And then for community service, we had visited the schools at multiple locations, and then we also did a few things at the Lighthouse Autism Center, and then the homecoming parade for the Warsaw Community Schools, and then also, again, like Alicia mentioned, our Family Safety Day.
Any questions from board members?
No.
Jeannie, you good? Any questions?
I would like to point out, I apologize, Mayor.
That's all right.
Station 17 had 155 calls for the month of September. Station 13 had 139 total calls, and then Station 15 had 42 total calls for the month of September.
336 total.
336 total.
Okay.
Would it be correct that, are you seeing, it's ever inching up, so the overlapping now is up to 34? I can remember 20s, and now we're just a little bit each time. Is that what you're seeing as
Yeah,
well?
it kind of goes in seasons here, and it all depends on the flex of calls too. As it gets colder, we're going to probably see more influx of fire-related calls, vehicle accidents with the weather changing and stuff like that. But with the misuse of heat, that will definitely cause some fires sometimes, and so I would project we would have an increase in fire calls in the few upcoming months.
Thank you.
Yep.
Jeannie, questions? None? I'll entertain a motion to, or we'll go through, we've got 3 others, so hold on that motion. Do you have any questions on this?
No.
No? Okay. A report from CARES. Thank you. The October highlights, right?
Yes.
Okay, good.
First off, I'm sorry for my voice. It's coming back. I've been sick. So, yes, we have the October numbers for CARES. We had 66 CARES interactions for that month. 46 of those were in person, and 19 were new consumers, so individuals that we had not met yet. Let's let's see, most of our interactions were just general check-ins with individuals and specifically elder care. So checking in on some elderly individuals and attempting to connect them to the resources that they need. Highest community needs that were reported to us were emergency shelter and rent assistance. And then just some other activities that the CARES team has been up to. You can see on the report, have done a few different QPR trainings, which is a suicide prevention training. We've been working on kind of building up and adding more resources to caresresources.com, which is our website. You have the QR code there if you want to check that out if you haven't already. And then I just kind of want to recognize Tanya Jackson. Did a lot over the past month. She became a certified QPR instructor, became an official CIT coordinator, and completed the advanced critical incident stress management training so she can help support community members, but also first responders as well. Do you have any questions?
Any questions from the board?
No.
Thank you for that update.
Thank you.
Next item is an expenditure report, operating fund 2243, Chief.
Yeah, in the operating fund, it's just business as normal, just the normal operating expenses. Nothing stuck out to me unless anybody else has any other questions.
Questions from board members?
I have no questions.
Jeannie, you good? Good? Okay. Chief, that'll take us to the next expenditure report. This is the Equipment Replacement Fund 4410.
Yeah, so as I want to remind you that this is, again, back in October for this report. I'm sorry, September.
September.
Yes. So we did have some issues during the hot days there with our air conditioner there towards the end of July and August. So we did end up having to replace our air conditioner at Station 17. So you will see Core came out a few times to attempt to fix it. In the end, working with our Building and Grounds Battalion Chief Rob Barker, it was decided to replace the air conditioner unit due to its age and them not being able to find parts and having them readily available. So we did end up replacing that air conditioner, so you will see that on there. And then the other thing was a 2024 Chevy Silverado utility pickup truck that was in our budget for 2024, so we went ahead and purchased that as well.
Am I looking at those numbers correctly? The AC unit was just under $11,000?
That is correct.
And then the Chevy Silverado just under 47,000, is that correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions from any of the, or anything else? You good?
No, nope, that was it on that report that I had that stuck out to me,
Okay.
unless anybody else has any other questions.
I have no questions.
Jeannie, you good?
No, I'm good.
Okay. That concludes our look at reports, oral and written. There were 5 of them. I'll entertain a motion to accept all as presented.
I'll make that motion to accept them.
Okay,
I
there's a
second that motion.
motion to accept and a second. Any further discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. No unfinished business. That will take us into new business. And it looks like grant application for QPR books. Is that good? I thought that might be you. Good.
Yes.
Thanks, Michaela.
Yep. So this is a grant application for QPR, like I mentioned, is suicide prevention training. To be transparent, I went to the Board of Works on Friday and requested their permission as well, and then did submit this application on Friday due to the time frame. But I am requesting permission to apply for this grant. with K21 Health Foundation. And the goal of the grant would be then for CARES to continue to offer QPR suicide prevention training to nonprofit organizations that we work with, government agencies, and community members as well.
So timing issue, Friday, the Board of Works looked at this. It was a 3-0 vote in favor of granting permission to apply for this grant. Now presenting it to you for your approval. Any questions from Michaela?
No questions.
If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept.
I'll make that motion.
Motion to approve, is there a second?
I second.
Motion and a second, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it, thank you.
Thank you.
Good. The next item is another grant application, and it looks like, Chief, this might be you.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Dive Commander Drew Schilling, who's in charge of our dive team, was not able to make it today, so I will try and answer as many questions as I can. So what this application is for a deep trekker underwater remote operated vehicle. So we have embraced in the fire service utilizing drones to help see above. This is basically the same thing, just for underwater capabilities. With the amount of lakes that we have, we do have a joint dive team with us, the Warsaw Police Department, and the Kosciuszko County Sheriff's Office. So this will be also an asset that we will utilize throughout the entire county, not just for us as well, but we will retain the asset. So this is just, again, with the time crunch, it went to Board of Works on Friday, November 1st, and we did submit this application on their approval, and it's, again, just asking for your permission. Captain Schilling did a great job of putting other literature in here for you guys too. So like I said, I don't know a lot about it. I know that this company actually did come and do a demo with the dive team. Both Warsaw Police Department members and members of the fire department were there and had a lot of great things to say about it. And it will just help us utilize this instead of sending divers down and coming back and up and down consistently. Could cause injuries to divers. So with this tool, it would save the manpower a lot as well. I think I covered everything that he talked about in the Board of Works.
Yeah, the cross-training, it says to include training for 10, that'd be not only the fire department, but other law enforcement personnel as well?
Correct,
Right,
yes.
just cross-training the
Yes.
10, great, okay, thank you.
Yep,
Again, this is a permission to apply, right?
correct, yes.
Board of Works approved, also coming to you for that approval. Entertain a motion to approve this request.
I'll make them,
motion to approve.
Okay,
Yep.
Jeannie, I have a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Thanks, Dave. Call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Thanks, Chief, for your help there.
Yeah.
The next two items are lease agreements. CARES program. I think, Chief, you talked about that at the Board of Works. Who wants to take the lead on that?
I will.
Okay, thank
These
you.
are just two lease spaces over here with fellowship missions for office space for our CARES personnel. So it is two separate leases, one for office number 4, one for office number 6. It's $400 a month, totaling $4,800 annually. And again, it is for two offices, and we did, the city attorney has looked at it due to it going to the Board of Works for their approval as well. And we did add in there that providing a 30-day written notice by either party will terminate the lease, just in case we have office space come available in the fire department, that we're not stuck into this, that they can come, the CARES personnel can come back into the fire department. So just asking for your permission to approve both of these leases. And again, this was budgeted for 24 and for 25, so no issues there for me.
So each one of them, $4,800,
Correct.
400 a month, so 800 total.
Correct.
Okay. What I'll do is if in the form of a motion, I'll ask in that motion if you'll approve both lease agreements, if you'll say that. They are separate items on the agenda, but it would be space 4, and is it space 6? Is that right?
4 and 6.
4 and 6.
That's fine.
I'll make the
Is that
motion.
okay? That's fine.
I'll make that motion to approve spaces 4 and 6.
Okay, both of those lease agreements?
Yes, both lease agreements, yep.
Okay, you're good. Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, there is a motion and a second to approve both lease agreements. Is there any further discussion? Call for the vote. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Next item is Pro Air Midwest LLC, a contract. Chief?
Yes, so this is a contract that the police department handles for us, so it will be going to the Board of Works November 15th. So again, working with the police department, they have a compressed air system for their dive tanks that they have a fill station at Warsaw PD, so he handles the contract for us for that. This is just our portion of that contract for them, for Pro Air to service our 2 machines while they're there servicing his machine as well. So it saves us a little bit of money, and it's nice to work together with the police department and the other entities.
So if I read his memo correctly, it's the fire department, it's $2,948 for this maintenance agreement, and then the police department contributes $1,430, is that
Yes,
correct?
for their portion,
Okay.
and that's due to us having 2 fill stations and the Warsaw Police Department only having 1.
Okay. Any other questions from board members for the chief?
No questions.
I'll entertain a motion to accept.
Make the motion to accept.
There's a motion to accept, is there a second?
Second.
Motion and a second, any further discussion? Call for the vote, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it, thank you. The next item is Resolution 2024-10-6. Is that correct, Chief?
Yes, it's just a transfer from the FSSA grant, yeah, sorry, it's a mouthful there,
Right.
which is to reimburse us for our CARES program that we have. And again, it's just taking that grant amount that we get reimbursed and putting it back into our fund. The total for that is $28,856.23. And again, it's just to, it's a reimbursement grant from the FSSA that we get for CARES.
The Common Council approved this.
Correct.
And now we're bringing it before this board for your consideration and vote. Any questions for the chief on this one?
No questions.
I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Make the motion to approve the transfer.
Okay. There's a motion to approve. Is there a second?
I'll second that
Mo-
motion.
There's a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Thank you. Takes us to, appreciate everybody's patience here. It's a new platform. That takes us to item number 7, Resolution 2024-11-1, rejecting a fire merit board. I'll have Denny come up and update this board. This is the third and final step. He'll probably talk about that. The Common Council has entertained this resolution, voted on it unanimously in favor. The Board of Works looked at it on Friday, also voted unanimously in favor of it. Good form to have this board also consider and vote on it. Denny, what are we looking at in this resolution?
Okay, so last year, the Indiana House passed House Enrolled Act 1016, and it was signed into law on May 4th, 2023. Essentially, what that did was turn the process of merit boards on its head. So any department that had 12 members and served a population of 20,000 is mandated to have a merit board unless we pass a resolution to reject that merit board. And then the fire department members will also have a blind vote to be able to do that as well. If any party in that decides that they want to have the merit board, then it's going to happen, regardless of the other 3 votes. So this has been a big learning experience for me, with all the legalese and things of that nature. So speaking with the mayor, it was best that we got it in front of all 3 boards, and then give the firefighters a chance to vote on it and to see what they want to do. So essentially, if you guys say you want a merit board, on January 1st, 2025, we will have a merit board. If you choose to reject with the resolution, then the fire department members will have a vote in 3 weeks. And then if they decide to reject it, we will continue with the way that we've operated with the Board of Public Works and Safety. If they choose they want a merit board, then we will put one together and have one January 1st of 2025. Looking at the merit boards and speaking with Chief Schilling, we feel it's not in the best interest of the city, the territory, or for the chief to have a merit board, especially now that he's really getting in there and getting a lot of traction and getting things turned around. So we are asking you today to reject the merit board by accepting this resolution, and then we'll take it to the fire.
I will tell this board, months ago, I sat down with Chief Schilling and asked him where he was on this as we were moving toward this point in the year. And he said, and you may make some comments here in a second, Chief, related to what Denny has just said. He said that I really believe it's in the best interest if we do not have a merit board at this time for the Warsaw-Wayne fire territory. And I took that position as mayor, supporting him, but I never had to vote. The Common Council voted first in favor of this resolution to reject, which he supports. Also, Denny's office and my office, I did not vote then. But on Friday, the Board of Works entertained this resolution. I am a voting member, and I did vote publicly in favor of it on the record. That was another unanimous vote in favor of the resolution rejecting the merit board, which the chief is in favor of. I am a voting member on this board as well. And again, Andrew, you may want to help me out. You've talked to Scott, our city attorney, and both of them believe, related to what Denny said, it's in everybody's best interest because of Indiana code and then our interlocal agreement that was established back in 2008. Just the wording of it and how it's set up, it wasn't exactly perfect. That all 3 boards entertain this resolution. If you do not support the resolution, we will have a merit board. If you do support the resolution, it will then, as Denny said, go to the firefighters for a vote later this month or in early December. There's some even rules on that. Any comments that you have? Am I saying it okay?
No, that is correct. And I did talk with City Attorney Scott Royst about this, and felt it was appropriate to have all of the boards, all 3, entertain whether or not to accept the resolution which rejects the merit board. We both thought we both felt after doing the research that it was in proper form as well. So neither one of us see any problems from a legal standpoint, I guess is maybe the best way I can put it.
Okay, good. Chief, any comments?
Yeah, no, again, like they've reiterated, I just don't feel that it's the best thing for our fire department. So I would also agree that we reject the merit system. It may work in other departments. I don't feel that we need to go down that avenue. So again, I've expressed that to these, and they've been, to Denny and Mayor Gross, and they've been very supportive and helpful in that. So, yeah, unless you have any other questions, I don't. I just also, it just gives the firefighters a vote to have a say in it as well, so.
Any questions for the chief or for Denny, Andrew, and myself?
I do not.
Okay, Jeannie, you good? Good?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, if there
I
are
read
no,
everything, and I don't
Okay.
have any questions on it.
okay. I will entertain then a motion to vote on this resolution.
I'll make the motion to accept the resolution to reject the merit system.
Okay, there's a motion to approve the resolution, which will reject the merit board system. Is there a second?
I second that motion.
There's a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Okay, I'll call the question. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The vote is 3-0.
Thank you.
Okay, good, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Denny, thanks, Andrew, and Chief for your comments. That takes us to travel requests, and Chief, are there any? I'm not seeing it on mine.
Yes, there are.
Is there? Let's see.
Derek Schilling to go to an
Okay.
EVOC training, Aaron Bollinger to state IMAT team training, Brian Zaring for Fire Officer 3, Jeremy Williams for 2024 IBC Significant Changes. I would like to note that on Jeremy's travel request, both this one and the one further down on the list, those are requirements and continuing education for his inspector certification, and those locations various locations throughout northern Indiana. The state does 3 different classes, one northern, one central, and one southern. So this is just a travel request for the remainder of this year. I'm sorry, the first one is the 24 for the remainder of this year, and then the last one on the list is for the year 25, and that is for all the various locations that it is that they're held in northern Indiana. And then Michaela Bixler for Kids Counts Conference, and then Chris Fansel to Indiana Trauma and Emergency Medicine Symposium.
Any questions for the chief on any of these?
I have no questions.
I'll entertain a motion to accept.
I make the motion to accept.
There's a motion to accept. Is there a second?
Second?
Motion and a second to accept. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. The ayes have it. Thank you. Other matters that may come before this board, it looks like, Heather, I have on here, our next meeting date is going to be, is that December 3rd? Am I looking at that correctly? That's the first Tuesday in December, December 3rd at 4 p.m. Any further comments? Heather, are you good?
Yep.
Good, okay. Before I conclude, are there any questions or comments from any visitors? Chris, you're quiet today. Didn't have to come up today, did you? Yes. Good to see you. All right. No questions? No comments? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion?
Is there a second?
I second it.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We have adjourned. Thank you. Have a good evening. Thanks.
Thank you.
Jeannie and Dave, I think a signature on that resolution.